This episode is brought to you by Ford. Why is being open to new roads and possibilities essential to success when chasing your goals? For me, it's so important to pivot. It's imperative to allow yourself the freedom to change course at any moment when your energy is shifting. When you literally pivot, doors open up, opportunities fall on your lap, and you have so much more time to spend with your loved ones and with yourself. So break free from your day to day and start enjoying the little things in life that truly bring you joy. On the road of reinventing ourselves, it's just as vital to find those little things in life that give you a sense of stability, like the new Explorer. You know there's more to discover, and the 2025 Ford Explorer SUV is here to give you space for the things that matter most. It's time to break free from the norm, which has never been more fun and accessible for drivers with the 2025 Ford Explorer SUV. Turn up the adventure with Ford Digital Experience, including a 13.2-inch center touchscreen. Do what matters with the help of available Ford Blue Cruise driver assist technology for hands-free highway driving. Available feature on Blue Cruise equipped vehicles. Blue Cruise requires a connected service plan and a modem activation. Blue Cruise drive assist features can be activated in hands-free Blue zones and do not replace safe driving, and drivers need to control the vehicle. See Ford.com/Blue Cruise for more details on available plans and hands-free models. Start your next adventure in America's all-time best-selling SUV. Based on S&P Global Mobility, 1946 current U.S. total, new cumulative registrations for all vehicles identified as SUVs. The new Ford, well, you know what it is. It's on the name, the new 2025 Ford Explorer, built Ford proud.
I don't know what's going to happen next, but yeah. So what now?
Okay, we're back for real now.
All right, we're back.
To another episode. This episode is hosted by your hosts,
Dex
and Big Ange.
And we're here.
And RIP to Big Ange, but she's here in spirit through my lips.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
We're still a little swollen, giving top lip energy.
Yeah, and they're more pronounced now that you have the pink.
I just put on the pink so we can, they're not going to stay like this, so why not? Let me show y'all a little OnlyFans juicy.
And I'm going to just keep my head down so y'all don't see my lashes. I don't have no mascara or fake lashes on today. I feel like I look sick.
It's okay. I haven't done my hair in a week.
And I am sick.
Yeah.
So it's a look.
It's fine. We're coming in very natural.
It's a vibe.
Well, this isn't natural lips.
No, complete opposite.
We're coming in as we are, and you're going to love it.
Mm-hmm.
And if you're listening, our voices are still fine.
Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah. Make sure that you go over there and leave an Apple review. We're going to talk about that later. What's new with you right now?
I'm on my third week of my intro to pole class, and I'm feeling so good. I'm feeling so strong.
You feeling sexy?
I'm not feeling sexy. Actually, I realized that I'm not sexy at all.
I'm
not just saying that. So there's this we're learning how to dance on the pole, and you have to roll your body. Bitch, I don't got no rhythm.
The Caucasian side comes out?
Yeah. I thought I look cool when I do a little bop. No.
You do look cool.
No, you can tell I'm thinking about the move that I'm trying to make.
It's only a third class. You think these strippers got this overnight?
The girls look sexy the way they roll in the body.
Is it their first time?
Some of them. But yeah, no.
It takes some people longer than others.
I'm going to have to, I think I'm going to worry about getting the movement right and then worry about getting the groove right.
I think that would be a good idea.
But I'm very proud because now I can sit on the pole.
Oh, can you?
Mm-hmm. Okay. I can. Yeah, not for long, but I can. Mm-hmm.
What else can you do?
I know a lot of the spins. What I can't do and what I have to do to be able to graduate to the next level is do an actual pull-up.
Oh.
Yeah. But you don't pull up with your upper body, which you would think you do. You don't.
No.
You're holding on with your legs.
With your thighs like this.
No, it's your shins.
Or whichever one it is, but I know you can climb up. I was able to climb up, but that was also 2013.
Oh, okay. That was a long time ago.
That
was a long time ago.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm having a lot of fun.
Did you get one for your house?
No, I said I have to I want to use it as a reason to leave the house. I need to leave my house.
Okay.
You know what I mean? I can't be in the house.
You're saying yes to anything. I'm like, let's do something, the most random thing. She's like, yep, I'm going.
Yeah. So,
which is it's also.
But I might get one later once I get to a certain level and want to practice at home.
They're actually fun.
Yeah.
To have at home.
Yeah.
Just make sure you get the one that gets bolted into the ceiling.
Yeah.
You don't want. You've seen the people
the tension one. Yeah. No, I don't want that.
Don't do that. Make sure it's bolted to the ceiling.
What about you?
I haven't really been doing much. I'm in the season of being still, pivoting, trying to figure out where things feel good. And I don't know where that's going to go. I'm just trying things that I like and that feel good.
Okay. That's good.
That's right.
It's good to feel good. Like new lips.
Like new lips.
Yeah.
Let's see. This was not feeling good. This was tequila.
Yeah.
But
Well,
I think
tequila
I'm
had
gonna
you
like
feeling good,
it.
Megan.
Yeah. No, the feel good was the Botox party. Like just hanging out with friends, being intentional about who I hang out with, who I talk to, even just me eating lately. I'm like, I just want things that feel good. Yesterday I made my green salad with some shrimp.
Yummy.
And I've just been looking for things that I love.
Good.
And
I'm
that made me
glad.
feel good.
Who's our woman of the week?
Our woman of the week. Let's talk about Miss Asia Wilson and her grandmama. So if you guys know, Asia Wilson is a WNBA player. She's got an MVP, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, or get me the line, which is what I'm about to talk about right now. She went to school in South Carolina.
Okay.
Well, the reason why I want to give her and her grandma woman of the week is because her grandmother, like many Black Americans, especially since we're in Black History Month, I wanted to speak about this. She was around during the segregation era. And she was not allowed to walk on the University of South Carolina's campus due to the laws of segregation and racism, right? So these laws were part of the Jim Crow era. And Asia Wilson now has both a statue outside of the University of South Carolina and has retired the jersey at that very same school.
That is so cool.
That her grandma was not allowed to step a toe in front of.
Wow.
So when giving them their flowers, it's like, that's amazing that you're able to do that for her. She's able to see it.
Oh, I was going to say, is her grandma still around?
I believe by the way that they put the report, her grandma is still around or was at least able to see her statue. If I'm lying, I don't know. I just saying anything. But if she didn't see it. She
literally researched this on the way here.
Didn't see it in person.
She saw
it from heaven.
Amen.
Amen. Hallelujah. So grandma saw the statue and has seen all her accomplishments. Yes. But also it just reminds me how sometimes we say, oh, racism is so far. It was so long ago. But my grandma.
I know.
Couldn't step foot into the school that I go to. Literally couldn't step foot. And if she couldn't step foot, that means that she was already grown enough to go by this. It's not like she was a little baby. So it was not that far removed from our reality. But shout out to her for being able to do that.
Yeah.
She's done really good. She does very good in the WNBA.
That's probably so healing for her grandma.
Oh, can you imagine? She probably smiling with her no teeth.
You know what?
I can't even bring.
Why does your mind go there?
I don't know. Can you imagine an old lady with no teeth? That's my Bible. I don't know. That's what it makes me think of.
Oh.
No. So this week we want to talk about, again, our motherhood segment because we have mothers or soon to be mothers or women that are saying fuck them kids. So, but you have to relate because you have a friend, a sister, somebody that's a mother in your life. And now being 2025, we're older, we can have, at least for both of us in one spot, we can look back to see how we raised our kids. For me, I can look back and see how I raised them and see how I want to do with this new child. So a question that I wanted to pose to the both of us and to y'all is, are we healing as mothers, as adults, as women, or are we just letting our kids get away with everything? Are they getting away with too much?
That's a good question.
Because we've had a lot of TikTok, soft parenting or gentle-ish parenting. But then sometimes you look at some of these kids and they just talk back a tad bit too much. I know I wanted to give you a little room to talk about your feelings, but sometimes I got to revert back to my house, my rules, bitch. Like, you forgot this gentle parenting got a little too gentle. And I went too far. Or you'll see some kids online. And, sometimes people just show snippets and whatever they edit. So it might look a little crazy.
So my house, my rules.
Not all the time. So I do think for sure Ayana was raised my house, my rules. What I say goes. Don't ask no questions. This is not children's conversation. Get out my face. Go do your thing.
Okay.
For sure raised her that way because that's how I was raised.
And do you see how that shows up for her now?
Hell yeah.
Did it work?
No. It did not work at all. It is not the way to go at parenting. So I will say, through my journey in therapy and trying to get better, I am not the mom.
No.
I'm not the same mom, and she can see it, and she, it's there. It could be probably a tad bit frustrating for her to see a different mom like we've talked about before. But how much healing is too much healing for these kids?
I do think that there's some things that we do that is going to show up in a negative way with them growing up. For me specifically, it's like doing everything for Michaela is like, like when she was getting ready to graduate high school, I'm like, there's some steps I missed. And like, one, taking care of things for you so you wouldn't have to grow up too fast, but also just like not even thinking in that mindset. It was just easier just to do it, to get it done.
Yeah, I can see that.
So in that, I definitely misstepped, and there are some survival skills that she just doesn't have.
Because sometimes I think about, I'm like, are you incompetent? What kind of you are an adult legally. You shouldn't be out there. Like, should I say what she did yesterday? There's no way of her knowing though, right?
Yeah.
Like, okay.
I think the state of Florida thing was funny.
Oh, that was really funny. All right, so my baby got called in for jury duty. You're an adult now. Like, they're going to call you for jury duty. So she was like, I'm going in. She woke up early. One thing that I recognized quick, she was up at 6 a.m. I said, I need to threaten you. We're going to jail. Before you start waking up early, because if not, she ended till 11 o'clock. But anyway, that's besides the point. She goes to jury duty, makes it, gets a little cute shirt on, and she starts texting me like, oh, Mom, this is a big case. And I was like, okay, well, they called me in. I'm staying, Mom. I got to go get lunch. And I'm like, well, how much you getting paid for the day? A whopping, first of all, I didn't know this. If you're unemployed, it's $15 a day.
Okay.
If you're employed, it's $0 for the first 3 days. And then by the fourth day, you get $30.
Wow.
Woo! They are out here making sure these jurors are hungry while they are sitting there. This is so hungry they can't think. So she goes in and she's telling me about how big this case is going to be. And the person, she goes, Mom, you don't understand. It's the man versus the state of Florida. And she was like serious about it. And then I realized
it's the whole state after
the whole state. And I said, well, baby, whenever you get the tickets that you be getting, red light, speeding, that's you versus the state of Florida.
Yeah.
And immediately she's like, oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess it's.
But regardless of how you raise them, how would you know that unless you've been in trouble or know someone that's been in trouble?
Yeah, you wouldn't know it.
Yeah.
Or that we teach it to them.
Exactly.
Yeah, you wouldn't know. So a lot of the times it's experience. And I think we're looking at them thinking that they would have picked up on our experiences just because they were in our household and experiencing what we went through. But then there's also a part where even with song, I get it. You got autism. And I try to make some things like a little smaller, but then I look at him and I'm like, I know that you know what you're doing.
Yeah.
He'll look at me and smile and jump from the highest part of the thing, knowing that he's not supposed to.
Mm-hmm.
So, and I allow it at times, but then he goes to school and does some things and I'm like, yeah, that was me.
I think the biggest way that it shows up, and not even just like with me, Michaela, and like seeing how she does things, like in corporate America, there's a lot younger people I work with now just because like I'm old as fuck, and younger people who were born in like the 2000s are adults.
I know,
right?
They're 25.
So it shows up in how their lack of emotional intelligence with being able to read people through conversation. And I think that's because so much of their conversation is like written through text and digital and things like that. Yeah. So they don't pick up on like verbal cues or like just being able to read how people are responding to them or how they aren't responding to them.
Yeah. Social skills.
Yes.
Social skills, period. They literally, everybody's is going to get diagnosed with autism.
Yeah.
Because everybody's socially awkward at this point in time. Like anybody born after 2005, don't go to the doctor. You're going to get diagnosed because you're weird.
Yeah.
You know, you're awkward. You don't get, like you said, those cues that we had because we were outside more often. But I do see some of the kids hanging out a little bit more, like especially watching Ayana, like and her friends. She's still not as social as I would like for her to be.
Yeah.
But I feel like the college scene is still there and they're finding things to do.
Yeah.
But just not as much. It's still everything very digital. She just told me they broke up with another friend and they went to shit. And I'm like, what happened? Well, she was screenshotting these conversations and this group chat. And then I'm like, all of these digital stuff. I'm like, the communication is not there because you might send a text and that's not how they meant it.
Exactly.
And a lot of it gets lost in translation through text or DMs or I don't know, whatever it may be. So I don't know. Survival skills are a big one for me though. Yeah. I feel like we do a lot for our kids.
We do.
Just because we have it and we can and we have the time or we have the money or we have the resources and then they end up stupid.
I mean, I might be overly optimistic, but I'm like, they'll figure it out. They'll figure it out. Like, yeah, they'll figure it out. It'll be fine. They're going to learn the lesson a lot later in life, you know, but they'll figure it out.
But I also think it's because I was a teen mom. You weren't a teen mom.
Teenish, yeah.
Yeah. We were young moms. Mm-hmm. So I think that put us also in a different space of survival that they don't have to do. And maybe that's the healthy way. Maybe we're supposed to be dumb for a while.
Yeah.
Dumber.
Like, you're not supposed to be, your brain isn't supposed to be fully developed at like 19.
Every time I go
and
to
so
therapy,
the expectation that you have for her, where it's like you had a whole child when you were her age
with no frontal
and
cortex.
you expect her to be so responsible and doing all these things, girl. You was raising babies.
I was.
Yeah.
And I mean, every time she gets like a ticket or a red light ticket, I'm like, I used to call Alicia every 6 months because my license was suspended. Every 6 months. Like, I remember getting a credit card at 18 or 19 at Old Navy.
I messed
for
up with them credit cards.
$42. Messed up my credit so bad. Like, a year later, I found out that it was $400 because of late fees and interest.
Yep,
and I'm
I
like,
did that.
oh, it was a shirt. I remember I was going for an interview, so I needed a shirt, and I went to Old Navy. And they're like, do you want to get a credit card? I was like, sure, I'll pay it later. I got approved. I couldn't believe it. I got approved because I didn't have credit. And I messed it up. So I guess
somehow Michaela opened a credit card on mistake. At the mall or the store, they'll be like, oh, do you want to get the card? I don't know what happened in the conversation. She called me like panicking, like, I think I just ruined my credit. I got a credit card I didn't understand. And the lady told me it was too late to cancel. I said, listen, you never give your social.
She gave that social like it was a phone number.
Yes. Next time somebody asks you for your social, call me.
Don't give your social out. I don't even think Ayanna knows her social. I ain't gonna lie to you. I don't think she knows her social. By heart? It doesn't. I know hers. I don't know Psalms.
I don't know Michaela's.
I know Michaela's by heart. Girl, I was on food stamps and Medicaid. I had to make sure. She was my meal ticket.
No, I know the first 3 digits, but
no, Psalm, I'll be forgetting his date of birth. I don't know. I couldn't even tell you what number his social security start with. They'll be like, what's his date of birth? What year? And I'll be shocking myself when I have to say 2021. Who did that in 2021? Me?
So recent. Like, what were you going through?
I was bamboozled. Just kidding. That's my baby. But yeah, I think that's something for us to think about. Let's make sure that while we're healing, we're not also coddling our children and taking away like legit survival skills and things that they should know.
I agree.
While we're doing that, not gentle-ish. Like I've always just gentle-ish parenting. Sometimes certain kids need that. Get them a little bit. You know what I'm saying?
If you've listened to the So What Now podcast for a while, you know how important acceptance is when it comes to personal growth. And you know who else is big on acceptance? Discover. You see, Discover is accepted at 99% of places that take credit cards nationwide. That's a whole lot of places and a whole lot of acceptance, which is great for Discover, but even better for you, based on the February 2024 Nielsen report. So learn more at discover.com/credit-card.
Let's go into our womanhood segment about us. We being women, men, if you're listening, you're going to learn a little bit more about us. There's a thing called girl code.
Yes.
We've always heard about it growing up, from when you're girls to when you become a woman. We don't change it to woman code. It's still girl code. Girls, right?
Girls.
So my question on this is girl code dead in 2025 for girls and or for women?
Yeah.
Like, what does girl code even mean in friendships nowadays? Like, where are we going? Like, what does this mean? Like, what does girl code mean to you?
To me, it's a code of ethics.
Okay.
That you live by when it comes to other girls. And those girls, there's different levels. Okay. So there's a certain code that you have with your friends.
It's an unspoken code.
Yes. So there's a certain code that you have with your friends. And then there's just another code that you have with just women in general.
Okay. I think, like I said, it's an unspoken rules or set of rules or commandments between the women. Let's say commandments because they should be written.
Yeah, like
in
thou
stone.
shalt not fuck my man.
That's simple. That's number one. Okay. That is number one commandment of girl code. And it's with female friendships and based usually like between friends. Like there's a girl code, friends to friend, and there's a girl code, friends and the dating relationships or the person that they might have dated. Okay. Now, this if you're heterosexual is with a man, if you're homosexual, if you're a lesbian, whatever. If it's same sex or heterosexual relationships. And it's based on loyalty, support, and the idea that, I get you and you got my back.
Yeah.
Always. Mm-hmm. So let's talk about some of these girl code situations or things that may happen. I know there was one you were telling me about the Housewives. I don't watch the Housewives.
Yeah.
But there was like a girl code thing going on there.
Housewives girl code. Oh, yes. Okay, yeah. So currently on the Housewives is the Beverly Hills one. Mm-hmm. One of the women is going through a divorce.
Okay.
Prior to her divorce, two of the women are going through divorce, sorry. But both of them were friend couples with each other. So with that, let's just say both of us are going through a divorce. Because we were all friends, sometimes you and my man would text.
And now we're going
And
through a
she
divorce.
still, yes. And now we're going through a divorce and you still texting my man.
So here I have a question.
Is that a violation of girl code?
Was I friends with your man before I was friends with
No,
you?
y'all all became friends at the same time.
Oh, nah. He got to go.
Yeah.
Because it's like,
What y'all texting about?
what are you texting about? You talking about me?
What you texting
You
about?
got to be talking about me in the divorce.
Right.
Because what else could you possibly be texting about?
Yeah.
No, I don't like that.
I don't like that
we all
either.
met at the same time.
Yeah,
you
no.
stick with the girl.
You
That's
stick with
what
the girl.
code
Yes,
is.
exactly.
Unless you guys have some beef, but you're still friends.
They're still friends.
You keep the girl.
Yeah.
You keep the girlfriend.
Yeah, exactly.
That's it.
Yeah.
Period, point blank. Well,
I saw this one on TikTok that I
Yes.
was like, is this ridiculous?
And we're gonna
or
play
is
the entire
this-
story.
Yeah. I'm like, is this ridiculous or is this legit? So like let's play this one from TikTok.
we have to play it in its entirety.
Getting ready to end a 20-year friendship, and I am ashamed to say at my big age, it is over a man. As a backstory, I had a friend who was having an event, so he sent a message to the group about the event. Now, the guy that I am interested in sent a message to the group stating that he was sick and would not be able to attend. Now, my friend, a female friend, knew that I was interested in this guy. I was just trying to fill out the situation and figure out how I was going to approach the situation. Well, they live pretty close together, so she decided that she was going to drop him off some food because he was sick. And so she did that. A few days later, he contacted her to thank her for the kind gesture and offered to repay her with dinner. Now, she contacted me to let me know everything that happened and how I felt about it. I told her that she was grown and she can do whatever she wanted to do. So she ended up saying yes and accepting the dinner invitation. And since then, they have kind of been dating and interested in one another and wanting to pursue that. I've been feeling some type of way about it, and I expressed that to her. She mentioned to me about my comments saying that she was grown and she can do whatever she wanted to do. But really, I said that because I felt that if she was truly my friend, she would not accept an invitation from him to go to dinner or anything else. So she doesn't understand why I'm upset and why I'm backing off of this friendship. And she's wondering why it's such a big deal. But I just can't move forward with our friendship knowing that she betrayed me in this type.
Bye,
Okay.
Candace. Her name's Candace. Bye.
So we're going to summarize. A 20-year friendship, there was a guy that she was interested in.
She thought he was cute.
Basically, he was sick. Her friend took him food or something.
But
And
I
from
can't
that-
remember. They were in a group chat?
Yeah, like a group of friends.
Okay.
And from that, he asked the friend out, and now he's dating the friend. The friend was like, hey, you cool if I go out with him? She was like, yeah, you grown, do whatever you want. And now the girl and the guy are dating, and she feels like she basically saying this is a violation of girl code.
This is not what girl code is.
Yeah.
Let's start from the beginning. You're emotionally immature. Because first of all, at her big age, I can tell by the wrinkles on the top of her head
my
and
God.
the dark under eyes. You tired. You've been around for a long time. I get it. So you're our age, if not older. Okay. At your big age, if you're interested in somebody, you should say so. Do something. Take action. You're trying to figure out how you want to handle it. Say hello.
Yeah.
Offer him some coffee. If you're interested in him and you're trying to figure out how to go about it, the second that he said he was sick and he was hungry, maybe you should just say, I can bring you some Chick-fil-A soup. Your friend hopped at the opportunity and probably in a very innocent way. She probably wasn't even thinking about the fact that she liked him or anything, but that gesture made homeboy look at her and notice her.
Even if the friend was also interested in him. This man from how I read it, the man had no connection with either one of them. That's like, we both see a fine man in the grocery store. Neither of us have anything going on with him. You see him first. You're like, oh, he's fine. He happens to come over and talk to me.
What we gonna do?
Yeah.
Squabble?
And I'm
in the
20 years of friendship.
That's a long time.
But also, let's say in that same scenario, if you were like, dang, Dex, I really want to holler at him. Don't holler at him. Say what you mean, girl. I would have been. It's another one coming around the corner.
And that's when I
say what
said
you mean.
You're emotionally unintelligent or you don't have the communication skills, because when your friend said, I'm gonna go out with him to dinner, or he's interested, or whatever it was, you should have been like, you know what, actually, friend, I'm not do what you want.
Yeah.
You're being like dismissive there, or you're the one that let her
Say what you
tell her to go.
mean.
Be like, you know what, actually, give me a chance. I really like this guy, and I don't know.
I'm gonna pursue it.
Yeah, and I would feel, let me just pursue it first.
Exactly.
And then you would have had the choice to be like, you know what, when I brought him that food, he done rubbed my hand, and we had a connection.
Right.
But she had no connection to this man. I don't think you have a connection with anybody after I've seen you talk like that.
That is ridiculous.
That's not what girl code is in any way, shape.
Very
Now, you know
immature.
when it is? Elementary school.
Yeah.
I like him. You're like,
He's my boyfriend. We just be like, he's my boyfriend.
That's it.
Yeah.
And you've never talked to the kid.
Never.
He has no idea who you are. Yeah, that might work in elementary school and you could get past it and you guys are going to squabble about it in second grade, but you'll be over it by third period.
Exactly.
Because you already forgot about the boy you liked. Don't do that. Not at our big age.
Not at all. So I want to ask you a couple scenarios to find out if it's against girl code or not.
Okay.
Okay. All right. So your best friend's crush from college, this is 10 years ago, wants to date you. Your best friend never hooked up with them, anything official. They literally just had a crush on them. Is it a violation of girl code to go ahead and holla at the man, or?
No, this is like this scenario.
Right.
Been 10 years, you just liked him, you never did anything,
never did
girl.
anything.
You snooze, you lose. I got him now.
Okay.
Come over here, little Tim. Tiny Tim.
All right. You're out at a club with your girls, and your friends say, I want to hook up with this random man
from Atlanta.
What's the girl code?
I'll leave the club with you.
Exactly. We're going together.
We're going together. Not to do it together, but I'm gonna be in the living room. I'm gonna be hanging out. I'm gonna be with my gun in my lap just in case. We're gonna fill him out a little bit first, but you're not going by yourself.
Yes, girl code. You do not leave your homegirl drunk somewhere. You don't let her go on those adventures on her own.
I was watching a TikTok with a girl in New Orleans after the Super Bowl, going crazy as a white girl, like losing it, screaming the N-word everywhere, beating people up, like just drunk. And I'm thinking, where are her friends?
Yeah.
Like you don't, and even when I worked in the clubs, you would see so many girls left alone and their homeworks would leave. I'm like, those are not your friends.
Those are not your friends.
As a friend, I don't care if you got to sit there and tackle the bitch. You bring her home. You don't leave her outside drunk.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay. What about buying the same shoes or same exact outfit?
Oh, girl, I'm buying it. I just won't wear it. What? If I like something you got on, send me the link. I am buying it, and don't let us be the same size. Can I borrow that?
Yeah, okay. When we the same size, it's even better because it's like, girl, I don't even gotta buy it, but I'm borrowing it.
Yeah, no, I don't see anything wrong with that unless like you're about to get ready, you both have the same outfit.
Then
if you show me you were wearing it first, okay, like I'm not gonna wear the same outfit, but I will absolutely buy from head to toe what you got.
Exactly.
Head to toe.
We do it all the time.
Before we continue with the conversation, I want to let you know that this podcast is brought to you by Hi Hello Labs, a full-service content creation studio serving clients across the nation. One thing I am not is a gatekeeper, and this is where I record my audio and video podcast right here in Orlando, Florida, at their beautiful studio, because at Hi Hello Labs, they're on a mission to amplify expert voices. They facilitate the turnkey production and distribution of quality podcasts like the one you're listening to right now. They also produce digital courses, social media content, and live events. Nobody else does it like them, seriously, when it comes to live events. If you want to increase your reach and establish yourself as a thought leader, Hi Hello Labs is the studio for you. So go ahead and magnify your influence with Hi Hello Labs. Let's get back to the show.
Okay, so this is one that like stood out to me because I was like, I want to know how you feel about this. So the rule is if she can't fix it in 5 minutes, you should keep it to yourself. So an example is if you have some spinach in your teeth, I might tell you that you have spinach in your teeth. But it's not okay for me to tell you that you've gained weight or your new haircut or hair color is ugly or that you need to get a nose job. So if she can't fix it in 5 minutes, you should keep it to yourself. What do you think about that? Somebody had that as a girl code rule.
Okay. I think this depends on the level of friendship.
Okay.
I think so. One thing about women, and possibly men too, I don't know about what the fuck y'all got going on. But for women specifically, I feel like if you are a healthy individual, you compartmentalize your friendships. You have level of friendships, just acquaintances. I think we've talked about this before, right? So it depends on the level of friendship. A coworker necessarily that you see every here once in a while, maybe I wouldn't tell them that their haircut sucks. right? I'm like, okay, they got a new haircut.
But I'm talking about real friends, like
me
your
and
friend.
you.
Yeah,
If your hair stinks, I'm gonna tell you, go fix that. Whoever did your hair, if you gained some weight, you had gained weight, but that you didn't look bad. Now, if you get to the point where I'm like, another burger, like I am notorious for fat shaming. I am.
You are.
I do, but it's more like, come on, I'm worried about your health in a sense, right? Or it's like, and also it has to do with whether the person feels comfortable or not,
right?
Because you could tell with your friend, it's like, oh, they're complaining about feeling uncomfortable, then go work out. Like you told me, go take your ass to the gym. Let's go to this class. Let's do whatever. Like you got to do what you got to do. When I told you I wanted to start the shots, go ahead.
Yeah.
I was already telling you and showing I'm uncomfortable with the way that I look.
Yeah.
So
no, I was like, listen, it's a plus that we can wear the same size clothes. It helps us both.
Yeah, but then you want it to disappear.
I want you to get it together.
Nah, I'm not going down. You want to wear a 0. And I'm like, I can't.
Yeah.
I can get to a 6. Maybe a 4, a 5, a 5. I don't think I can go further than that because I'm going to eat the lasagna and I'm not going to work out 5 times a week. But
okay, so here's another one. Because this is a girl code rule that may or may not change over time. Your homegirl is going to fight.
Who?
She's going to fight. She caught her dude messing with a chick, and she finna go. Her and the girl got into an argument, and now she about to go fight the girl.
Mm-hmm.
Are you sliding and riding, or is it like, no, girl, like we too grown for that? You need to chill out.
This is today.
Yep, this is right now today.
Today we're not.
I'm calling you. I'm going to beat someone up, Carla.
If you call me and tell me you're beating somebody up, I'm just not gonna do nothing because you're gonna get your ass beat. Okay, I'm like, drive over here, friend, because they gonna drag you. No, today I have too much to lose to fight somebody. I think it depends on the situation. If it's because your man cheated, nah. Now somebody touched your kid or did something crazy, like I think I would go. If we're there,
yeah,
and this is a situation where like somebody disrespects Michaela, like I'm fighting.
Yeah.
Like I absolutely would. But for something silly like that, I don't care how much it hurt. I got too much to lose. 5 years ago, before you finish the sentence, I was at your house picking you up. What? It's like, how are we doing? You want me to bring some tools? Like, are we cutting the bitch up?
Yeah.
Like, what are we doing? But today, no. We're not doing that.
Okay.
Girl code or not, I think as a friend, you should be like, let's talk about this. What are the consequences?
For sure. Is there ever a scenario where it's cool to date someone that your homegirl once dated?
If they were in a relationship, no.
No. What about if it was somebody I just like hooked up with a couple times?
A couple times?
Yeah.
Like it wasn't just a one night stand.
Yeah.
I just don't think. Here's the problem. I think girl code, you could probably hook up with him a couple times too. And then we'll compare.
Go get a little sample.
We'll just talk about it later.
I'm going to tell you what the product was like.
Yeah.
And then you could go. Yeah.
How was it with you? How was it? Yeah. Take shots, keep it moving. The problem here is if I end up falling in love, you can't fall in love with the person.
Yeah.
You can't be in a relationship because now you know what my man's pick on, how it tickles him and how it, you know how to do all the fun stuff. You know the little thing he like to do with his tongue.
He used to like it.
Like, we might be drinking one day, having a little martini, and you're like, oh, did he do this yet? I will punch you.
Yeah.
No, what? No.
What about, so kind of like in the texting scenario, but this is a little different. Is it okay to follow your homegirl's significant other on social media?
There's nothing wrong with that.
What about after they break up?
Well, here's the thing. I got to keep following him for a little bit to make sure he ain't pulls nothing slick. You know what I'm saying? Just for a little while, but now I'm not interacting with him. Now you can't like or nothing. Like mute just happens. So, because they might put their page on private and you might need me to go look at something. So there's maybe like a 6-month window. And then after that, it's like, boy, bye. You're messing up my followers and following count. Like, But I think social media is not such a big deal.
Yeah.
That's a little bit different with men though.
Right.
Men, like when I see someone else's husband, like liking my pictures or in my stories, I feel so uncomfortable. That does make me feel uncomfortable.
So I've questioned whether or not I should unfollow, not recently, but like when y'all first broke up. But then I remember like I followed him before I followed you because I knew him before I knew you.
For about 3 hours.
For about 3 hours. Yeah. But I'm like, should I unfollow him when it was like super toxic? But like now I'm like,
He don't even post.
No, I think we've communicated in DM. Like he posted his son like more recently, and it was like after years, and I was like, oh my gosh, like he's basically like an adult.
No, I
But-
think with that specific situation, especially between you and I've moved on.
Yeah.
And then since we had reconnected, damn near 5-6 years later,
It's more like a homie situation.
yeah,
now.
I think he's a good person. He just wasn't good.
But
for
if
me.
it ever would, regardless of who the guy, if it ever was like some weird shit, even if they like and send in a heart, bye,
that would be weird.
bye, bye, girl.
What if he's
listen?
Can you imagine he hit you up and he'd be like, I got all this money for you. What's up?
No, he could never have enough money. Like there's no amount of money that he could give me that would be worth our friendship.
It was too long of a relationship.
Yeah, no, that would
was
be
too long. Of a
that would be weird. That would be, and you beat him up. Like what the fuck? You gonna beat both of us up? Like, can you imagine?
He fought back.
Can you imagine?
That would be weird.
Okay, so I actually want to, when I was creating this, I was like, let me ask Carla this because we never circled back to it.
What?
So there was a guy, and I'm going to try not to give like too many details, like timeline stuff, but there was a guy that you saw and you looked twice at, and you mentioned him to me recently. And I was like, oh, well, this is the situation that I had with the person. Me and the person never had anything at all. But he was kind of flirty with me, and you never brought the person back up. Did you cut it off because of girl code, or did you lose interest, or what? You know who I'm talking about?
Leave this out.
Leave this out. The guy from the gym.
Oh,
Yeah.
nah.
No.
It wasn't even because of that. No, I thought
There's no interest.
I think he was cute.
Yeah.
But nothing. It was more just like he was nice in the gym.
Yeah.
But no, I don't think I would. He's someone that I would date.
Yeah. Okay.
I forgot that. Yeah,
I was curious because I was like, it really was nothing. But I would also be turned off at the fact that like a guy liked you. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
It's like, you like my friend.
I probably would have brought it up if he
Yeah.
would have said something like, weren't you in Dex's DMs? What's up? Like, weren't you over there trying to get some of them cakes?
No, it's like you got to choose. And if you saw one of us before the other, that's your bad.
Yeah. Nah,
No.
I didn't think about it that way. I just don't think I was interested. I didn't.
Yeah.
I don't know if I would have, let's say if I would have really like that. That's my man. Nah. Especially because the girlfriend hit you up. So that means that you're his type.
And I was like, okay, what the fuck?
Did you see what she looked like?
To this day, I don't know who that girl is.
Oh.
And she thought I was going after her man. I'm like, girl, I don't know what you see
If
that
that's
I
the
don't
case,
see.
she's seen something in you that she knows he likes. So if he liked you, I know he don't like me. We'll like.
So have you ever violated girl code? Or has someone ever violated girl code on you?
So, technically, I have a friend.
Oh, so you're still friends with this person?
I am still friends with this person. I was dating a guy for about, how long did I date that motherfucker for? 6 months, maybe? And she did end up having sex with him after we broke up. But I think sometimes you have to realize who the person is.
Yeah.
And like what their moral girl code may be or lack thereof. It was a relationship. It wasn't anything that I wasn't in love.
Yeah.
It was a relationship, but I wasn't in love. So it doesn't really, he's not somebody that I would find myself being protective over.
Yeah.
That's the only time that I can think of that a girl violated like a so-called girl code.
Mm-hmm.
But nah, I don't think anybody would play with me like that. Not with like a man. Well, with the ex that you know, when I came back from Jersey, I found out that he was dating, I guess they were dating or talking. They were really smashing a girl that I know from here. And she was like in the friend group. And I still talk to her like here and there DMs. But her and I weren't friends. And they claimed that they didn't realize that's who each person was.
Okay, so how close in your friend circle was she? Like, was she like besties with one of your besties type of friend level deep? Like, okay.
Yeah.
Is that a girl code violation?
I don't think so. That's why it didn't bother me.
Right. We would never have no dick if that was as small as Orlando is.
Yeah, no. When they told me, like, because people called me and when they like realized that it was like 3 different people and I was like, because I'm back.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh shit, like this is happening. And I was like, honestly, I really didn't. It didn't mean anything to me. I'm like, it is fine. They can get married.
Yeah.
And it's fine. Because I don't think we would cross paths like that. Most likely some of my friends would be at that wedding, but I wouldn't be at that wedding.
Right.
So it's fine.
Yeah.
It didn't work out anyway.
They was just smashing.
Yeah, they're just smashing.
They're just smashing.
I don't know if she got it. We should talk
I
about
don't
it.
think I've ever had a situation where a girl has broken girl code on me.
Do you know a girl that you've had sex with the same guy? I used to hang out with one. This same guy.
That I had sex with? Oh.
No. The same guy. We used to be hanging out. I worked in the clubs with another waitress and they used to mess around before me. But it was before me.
Mm-hmm.
So we would just hang out and be outside and she was working with me and he'd be there and it didn't bother me.
Yeah.
I think it didn't bother me because I knew they were just smashing.
And Orlando is so small, and even smaller is the circle of guys who are worth a damn.
Mm-hmm.
So so I have been with someone was with someone in a circle that I was in, but this girl wasn't my friend. You know who I'm talking about?
No.
We worked out at the same gym.
Okay, yes.
But
that
that wasn't my friend.
That wasn't your friend and it wasn't going nowhere anyway.
No. Mm-mm.
Oh, maybe. Were they in a relationship?
Yeah, they were.
They were in a relationship?
Uh-huh. Probably for like a while too, but I didn't know until like after I was already like involved with him and stuff.
In that situation, you guys weren't close enough.
Mm-mm. I don't know her.
Harpo, who is this?
That's like going to a Pilates class and you find out that like somebody that you're in the Pilates class with also
with your man.
Yeah, exactly.
Nah, that doesn't mean. But there still should be girl code. I feel like in this era right now, people just don't be giving a damn about nothing, like at all. And I'm like, come on, we have to do better.
Yeah, that's true.
As just as a woman, as a person.
Yeah, sometimes it gets icky though, especially like with the amount of information that we have. And then also not every girl has the same girl code.
That's the unfortunate part.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you need to
So it's like if I see, so it's not my friend, right? So let's go back to that 3 friendships out. So it's like you're a friend of a friend of a friend. You see her man out to lunch with somebody. You don't know what's going on. Do you tell her? Do you tell her friend? Do you keep it to yourself?
In my 20s, I would have told quick, but the picture
because you drama filled.
Just drama, and it's like, oh,
you would have been like, snap this picture.
But not only that, I feel like when you're younger, you feel like you're helping out this woman. It's like, oh my God, I gotta let her know. As you get older, you realize that people tolerate different things in relationships and mind your business. Truly mind your business. Now, if I would have seen, like if you're in a relationship that I know is a monogamous relationship, I walk into a restaurant and homeboy is sitting there with a woman, I'm walking up to the table.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna say hi.
On FaceTime.
I'm gonna come say hi.
I'm gonna call you on FaceTime and I'm gonna walk up to someone, I'm like, hey, oh my God, look at who I'm on the phone with. Who's this, your cousin? Like, I'm going to be extra just because I know that is your man. But then if after that, you stay with him.
Yeah, I'm minding my business.
I'm never going to tell you
I'm
again.
minding my business. I'm minding my business.
After that, I'm never going to tell you again. Actually, speaking of girl code.
Actually, I'm going to tell you. I'm going to tell Addie. I'm going to tell Amma every time. I don't care. I'm going to tell you every time. When it gets those different waves out, I might keep it to myself. But y'all, I'm gonna tell you every time. I'm gonna just tell you.
I'm trying to think.
I'm not gonna tell you like, oh, I'm just be like, girl, I saw this. Like, do with it what you wish. Like, you don't gotta send me no information back. But I'm gonna tell you
until the person tells, because I feel like there would be some women out there. Because see, that ain't gonna be me.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell you. Look, we gotta situate. We gotta understand.
I think there's right.
Yeah.
If that's the case, it's like that's just how we roll. And I'm got it.
Then mind my business.
I'm gonna buy my business, or let me know. Like, I think you could be. We're so grown that if I tell you the first time, I could ask him, like, do you want me to tell you?
Yeah.
Whenever I see this,
that
do you want
too.
Me to keep it to
yeah,
myself?
Exactly. But on the other end of that, if there's a bro code, if like my man's friend say he saw me with a man somewhere, he's telling you that because he wants to fuck me. He's a hater. Okay?
It don't go both ways.
That was a business lunch. What do you mean? I'm a lady. I would never. He's trying to break up a happy home.
A happy home. He wants me. You need to go.
What do you mean he saw us holding hands? My hand was cold. He was trying to warm up my hand.
No, it was a bug on me.
Yeah, he's trying to break up a happy home. He wants to fuck. I saw it in his eyes. You better watch out. Watch out who you call a friend.
Through a fake text message. Hey, this Jerome, I really saw you out last night. Can I head to? Oh, I can't.
Like Carla,
I'm telling your man.
Text me from this Google number.
I'm fuck's calling you to text me. I'm texting myself from the iPad to my phone. I'm setting up the Google number. I'm setting up the conversation. What? Don't play with me, sir. Mind your business. Those are girl things.
That's for women.
That is for women, not for men. Don't do that.
This episode is brought to you by Ford. Why is being open to new roads and possibilities essential to success when chasing your goals? For me, it's so important to pivot
It's imperative to allow yourself the freedom to change course at any moment when your energy is shifting. When you literally pivot, doors open up, opportunities fall on your lap, and you have so much more time to spend with your loved ones and with yourself. So break free from your day to day and start enjoying the little things in life that truly bring you joy. On the road of reinventing ourselves, it's just as vital to find those little things in life that give you a sense of stability, like the new Explorer. You know there's more to discover, and the 2025 Ford Explorer SUV is here to give you space for the things that matter most. It's time to break free from the norm, which has never been more fun and accessible for drivers with the 2025 Ford Explorer SUV. Turn up the adventure with Ford Digital Experience, including a 13.2-inch center touchscreen. Do what matters with the help of available Ford Blue Cruise driver assist technology for hands-free highway driving. Available feature on Blue Cruise equipped vehicles. Blue Cruise requires a connected service plan and a modem activation. Blue Cruise drive assist features can be activated in hands-free Blue zones and do not replace safe driving, and drivers need to control the vehicle. See Ford.com/Blue Cruise for more details on available plans and hands-free models. Start your next adventure in America's all-time best-selling SUV. Based on S&P Global Mobility, 1946 current U.S. total, new cumulative registrations for all vehicles identified as SUVs. The new Ford, well, you know what it is. It's on the name, the new 2025 Ford Explorer, built Ford proud. You know, there's a story that just happened recently in the blog, and it's been in my heart, so I kind of want to bring it up. It's Angela Ball and Miss Nikki Baby.
Yeah.
And the pregnancy. And I only want to bring this up because I'm sure there's probably somebody out here. And we talked about last episode, red flags, and kind of like vetting people a little bit more. But long story short, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Long story short, she's going through what many of us and women have gone through. You're in a relationship with a man, y'all get together really quick, boom, you pop out his babies, you ain't get no ring, you weren't married, and you're postpartum, and boom, he leaves you for another woman, gets another woman pregnant. That's what happened to Miss Nikki Baby. She's 2 months postpartum from her baby, and this man who is very well known has this new girlfriend, basically, according to what we're seeing, just up and left her with a brand new baby. Excuse me. And now is posting and in public with this new woman who is publicly ridiculing her, honestly.
Yeah.
Like, kind of like posting in her face, like, oh, I'm out with him, wine and dining.
Is she pregnant?
That's what
they're saying?
That's what
Okay.
Nikki's claiming.
Okay.
That she's pregnant as well, which is wild, but Tyreek Hill. You know, it happens all the time.
Yeah.
So what made my heart sink a little bit was knowing how fresh into postpartum she is. And I saw this saying, and it's exactly what I felt. He wasn't guarding the mother of his children. I don't care how much of a dog you are.
Yeah.
You should at least tell this new woman, hey, cut it out. We're not going to entertain the internet with this, whether you're known or not. Because I remember when it happened to, well, I guess it wasn't that way. I was messing with somebody else's husband. So maybe I deserved the little drag I got. I dragged her too. Whatchamacallit. So I just feel like it's happened to so many women. And for men, we have to be careful who we date because right after you have this baby, I just keep seeing so many breakups during the postpartum phase. And we're not, I just want to hug her.
Yeah.
I don't know what she could have done. They probably were over beforehand. She probably did try to have a baby, or they talked about having a baby to make their relationship work. Whatever it was, as a man, that's just trifling.
Yeah.
Like, how it just hurt my heart for her.
Yeah, that's terrible.
And it
That's
hurt
the
my
most.
heart.
You're the most vulnerable after you just had a baby. Like, that's terrible.
You don't feel good. Your tits are being pulled left and right from a toddler and a baby. It was so much. I didn't like it.
Yeah,
I didn't like it at all.
The girl though, she has a baby with a baseball player who was also married. Somebody named Tim something.
Oh, that's who she
her.
is?
Yeah, that's what they say.
Oh, that's what she do.
Yeah.
I mean, Nikki's also older than him. She got with him when he was,
She's like 9 years older than him or something.
I think
I
like
also
22.
heard that he was in a relationship when they met as well.
Oh.
Yeah. These are all rumors and allegations. Either
know.
way, she just had a baby. Like,
that's what kills
you
me,
just
right?
give it a minute.
Seeing women in postpartum dealing with this, like the guy that I met a guy on Hinge. We had a little bit of a conversation. Should we tell that story?
We should definitely tell that story.
We're going to tell the story. I'm on Hinge, because I'm trying things out here and having conversations so I can learn how to speak softer to the men. So I'm being soft with him a little bit. You know, I'm talking to him. He right away goes, he's in DC. He's like, I'm moving to Orlando. I'll be there in literally 5 days this weekend. I fly in Friday. Let's meet up Sunday. So I was like, well, after church, I can meet up with you and go to Lake Eola. We can go for a walk. Very simple. Let me just be in the presence of another man because clearly nobody asked me for Valentine's Day, so I ain't got no nigga. Moving on. We're making plans. Thursday, we set up a time to FaceTime. We FaceTime. It went okay. He was trying to a little bit of flexing his money, letting me know that he also has a 4-year-old daughter. He's putting her in private school. It's $50,000 a year for kindergarten. To which I replied, "That's stupid." I shouldn't have said that, but I did. And I'm like, okay, it's a thing. People pay that much money for school. He's trying to let me know he got some money. He's in the aerospace, flying, went to Embry-Riddle. Okay, I'll give him a chance. So then we're communicating, and after the FaceTime, he's like, actually, I would love to see you tomorrow night because if I see you tomorrow night, then I get to see you again on Sunday. And I was like, look at him planning things out. Love that about him. We start kind of figuring out, I'm like, all right, for Friday night, I need you to give me a time because in the evening,
and what day is this?
This is now Thursday, the day before. Because I need you to give me a time for tomorrow, a place. He first goes, let's go for a drink. And my response was, actually, we can go somewhere that has yummy mocktails. I didn't want to drink with him because I want to really hear what you're telling me.
Yeah.
So he goes, okay, then let's go dancing then. I said, no, we're not going dancing. I just wanted you to know that I'm not drinking, basically. But then he says that he can't give me a time from when we'll meet until he lands and he gets a feel of his family, who's going to stay with his daughter because he's flying in with her, blah, blah, blah. Cool, no problem. He hit me around 8 o'clock and I didn't answer. Why? I was already in my recliner, half asleep. I didn't want to go out anymore. So now we're still on for Sunday morning. We communicate on Saturday. He was a little dramatic. He told me Friday night that his daughter got bit by his sister's dog and it was this whole thing. He was pretty bad too. He sends me the pictures. Maybe I shouldn't post it.
No.
He sends me the pictures. Just imagine 2 scratches, like a cat scratch on a leg. He was like, I almost killed the dog. So when he sends me the picture, I'm like, you are dramatic. Like, it wasn't that bad. I can see how it could be scary, but you don't have to text me all that. So move right along. We're into Saturday now, into the afternoon. And I'm like, what are the plans for tomorrow? He's like, coffee and then a walk in the park or walk in the lake. And I was like, bet. Please send me the time and where we're meeting for tomorrow morning at this point in time. That was at 4:50 p.m. We're headed to a party. And I never heard back from him again. I don't hear back the entire evening. The dog must have bit the girl again. And because that's the only thing that could happen, right? This time the dog mauled her. No communication. And he's 40, about to be 40 this week, actually. And the next day, at what time was that? It was already dark outside.
It was 7 something?
Yeah, around 7.
6 something? 7?
26 hours later, he sends a text, completely ignores my last message, was like, hey, I'll be free after 10 a.m. Let me know where and what time we're meeting. Hey, are you watching the game that's going on somewhere tonight? What?
Yeah.
We're completely going to ignore the fact that I asked you where we're meeting at what time, that we had plans. You told me to respond. I'm still waiting for you. Like, yo, I'm still, wait, where are you? I'm still here waiting. What do you mean?
Yeah.
I didn't make plans for a game because I'm outside just waiting. I just couldn't believe that's what men are doing nowadays.
Gross. Disgusting.
That's not nice.
No.
To just leave me. And the fact that you said it with such confidence leads me to believe that you do this.
Yeah.
And it works.
People accept it. Yeah.
People accept that.
Yeah. In the beginning, though, you should not accept last minute dates at all.
No.
No.
Well, I mean, the Sunday one was planned for 4 days. So 4 days before he should have given me a time and a
Date
place.
and time. Yes, exactly.
Okay. Well, on to the next one.
Yeah.
On to the next one that wants to plan a date.
Exactly.
Because you need to
And you
plan.
got to get off the apps and meet a man in real life.
I think I'm going to do hybrid.
I don't think your man is on a dating app.
You don't think so?
No, your man don't need to be on a dating app.
He might need to because he's a professional that doesn't have time to be going outside like that.
Professionals meet people in professional environments.
Okay, true.
Yeah.
Fair. So we got to do more networking.
Yeah, your man
I'm
is
going to
not
that
on a dating
networking
app.
event for the Black Business Summit.
Men on dating apps are pen pals. They are. Fucking pen pal.
All right, find their 50K.
And also when he was flexing about $50,000 for the kindergarten.
For kindergarten?
You should immediately ask him for money. Immediately.
How would I ask him?
You should came up with something.
Like?
I don't know, but you should immediately.
Like what, Dex?
I don't know. I need a deposit for my baby kindergarten too. I don't know what I'm gonna do. Damn.
Help me. Mine is over here in the free school.
Right.
We were talking about public school.
I sure wish I could afford to put my baby in school. He
That's a
can't
big one.
read.
Can't even count to 20 yet.
No, he can't.
We need $50K a year too. Give me 25. Well, we could do the 25 school.
Yeah, you should immediately. That's terrible. Ugh.
I didn't like that. I don't know.
I feel like the men on the dating apps are low effort. I really do. You're not on the dating apps, bad though. Sorry. Sorry. Okay. Look, see, he's not on the dating app.
He back here working.
Go out there. You need a traditional man who's going to go out and be confident enough to meet you in person,
You
walk
remember
up to you.
My dumbass ex went on that bagel platform. He went old traditional. Traditional these nuts.
You do want a traditional man, though. You do. Because you're a traditional woman.
Traditional-ish.
You like to cook and take care of them.
Traditional-ish, because a traditional woman also stays home. She's a homemaker, and I'm not.
Oh, you're right.
I'm homemaker-ish.
You're right.
Like, I'm semi-homemade.
Homemaking or just adjacent.
No, I'm semi-homemade.
Okay.
So, like,
Kinda.
yeah.
Mhm.
I make sure the house is going to be cleaned. I make sure the groceries are going to be done, but it gets ordered.
Yeah.
I'm efficient with things.
I also think you should cut off anybody that you talked to before Valentine's Day who didn't ask you to be their Valentine. Like, cut them off.
Straight cut them off?
Mhm.
Okay. There's only one.
Yep. He know who I'm talking about. He need to be gone.
Okay.
Like,
Yikes.
how you supposed to know he like you if he doesn't ask you out on dates and try to be romantic?
I want someone that's romantic.
I know. He doesn't speak your love language.
Okay. All right.
So I'm trying to think, have I ever violated girl code?
Never?
Kind of.
Did you?
I did.
What'd you do?
So it was tit for tat. So my boyfriend
Okay.
cheated on me. This is like I was in my 20s. My boyfriend cheated on
Long
me
time ago.
with a girl, and he got her pregnant. And so I broke up with him, and they got together.
Did you know her?
No.
Okay.
But I knew that they were together, and I was sleeping with him sometime after that.
Oh, well, that was something with a married man. So if we're talking about breaking girl code like that, I didn't know her though.
No, I didn't know her like that, but I knew they were together.
I also did that with my ex-husband. When we broke up.
Yeah.
He was dating a girl named Liz from JetBlue. Don't know who she was or what she looked
Poor
like.
Liz.
I never knew what she
Liz,
looked
we
like.
sorry.
But Liz,
Are you sorry?
Liz and him were dating. I think they were like, she was coming over to that apartment that he got out and kicked him out. And when I knew that, I said, all right, I'm show you Liz. So I went crazy, started banging on the door, and then I started asking him to come over, and I just started having sex with him again for no reason. He's still my husband. It's still good under the eyes of God.
Oh yeah, he was still your husband. She was breaking girl code, goddammit.
Right? He was still my husband. I don't care if I kicked him out and told
that
him I
was
didn't want
your
him.
man.
My man. Until 2017. No, hell no, because he's been with his baby mama and new wife for a long time. Keep up. But technically, if you're having babies and messing with a man who's still married to another woman, that to me is weird.
Yeah.
I mean, also weird, the guy that was dating me, I was still married.
Yeah.
So that's also weird. But at this big age, I'm not dating you if you're not completely and fully divorced. There's no separation. There's no, we don't live together no more. We haven't been together for years. Then that means you're either broke and can't pay for the divorce. So I don't need to be with you anyway. Or you're still waiting to see if you guys can work it out.
Yeah.
So I don't want it. Divorce, paper, the degree has to be
You
signed
need
by
that
the
paperwork. We need that paperwork.
judge. Signed by the judge.
Signed by the judge.
Yeah.
No separation. Okay.
Signed by the judge, divorce paperwork.
All right.
But before we get out of here, make sure, girls, girl code. It's going to be girl code. But I feel like this is what now girls get it.
I think so.
I think so. It might be other pods that maybe not.
But if you
pod,
violate a girl code, we want to know about it because we like gossip. Hit us up in the DM.
or somebody, because we've been living for a long time. We've been in these streets for a long time.
Yeah.
So there are things
We
that
all
we've
make
done.
mistakes.
Yeah. Okay, so let's go to a review for this week. Oh, this lip just feels like it's heavy. All right, now maybe because I've been talking a lot.
Yeah.
All right, let's Car is her name. Hilarious. Put it on a make you want to marry me. And that's her title for this. Talking about Dex. That song lives rent free in my head now. I am dying. I love this episode. I look forward to every single Monday. Hey. Love everything about this show, and it helps my Monday blues. Literally,
Oh, I love that.
my HG. What is that?
Homegirls.
Oh, homegirls.
Is that a TikTok thing?
Yeah, I don't know.
My homegirls, love y'all, heart, heart. Car. Hey,
We love
girl.
you.
We love you too. That should be our
Homegirls?
no.
Oh, well.
Oh, actually, that is cute.
Yeah.
But I also like the song should be our theme song.
Put it on them, make them want to marry me. But
Hey.
remember, I'm a red flag because I'm 40 and I've never been married. Okay, we can move on. Thank you guys for tuning in this week for another episode of So What Now. Don't forget to rate, subscribe,
And review.
Review.
For sure, review. Share this with a friend, with your homegirl, the one that got violated girl code. Send it to her.
Girl code is to pick up your friend's phone and give us a 5-star review.
And got it. I'll see you guys next week.
We love you guys. Bye.
This episode is brought to you by Ford. Why is being open to new roads and possibilities essential to success when chasing your goals? For me, it's so important to pivot. It's imperative to allow yourself the freedom to change course at any moment when your energy is shifting. When you literally pivot, doors open up, opportunities fall on your lap, and you have so much more time to spend with your loved ones and with yourself. So break free from your day to day and start enjoying the little things in life that truly bring you joy. On the road of reinventing ourselves, it's just as vital to find those little things in life that give you a sense of stability, like the new Explorer. You know there's more to discover, and the 2025 Ford Explorer SUV is here to give you space for the things that matter most. It's time to break free from the norm, which has never been more fun and accessible for drivers with the 2025 Ford Explorer SUV. Turn up the adventure with Ford Digital Experience, including a 13.2-inch center touchscreen. Do what matters with the help of available Ford Blue Cruise driver assist technology for hands-free highway driving. Available feature on Blue Cruise equipped vehicles. Blue Cruise requires a connected service plan and a modem activation. Blue Cruise drive assist features can be activated in hands-free Blue zones and do not replace safe driving, and drivers need to control the vehicle. See Ford.com/Blue Cruise for more details on available plans and hands-free models. Start your next adventure in America's all-time best-selling SUV. Based on S&P Global Mobility, 1946 current U.S. total, new cumulative registrations for all vehicles identified as SUVs. The new Ford, well, you know what it is. It's on the name, the new 2025 Ford Explorer, built Ford proud.